Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am Toastmaster Rishni Sujata and I will be the Surgeon at Arms for today's meeting. And I welcome you all to the 21st meeting of White Table Topics Toastmasters Club. I would like to start the meeting by stating the core values and mission of a Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster International core values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Before we start the meeting, there are some ground rules to be respected during the meeting. As we are conducting our meeting through online platform, I request all of you to mute your microphone throughout the meeting unless you are invited to make a speech. If your camera is on, please refrain from unnecessary movements. Could be a distraction to the speaker or anyone else in the room. To respect the definition and law of the land, speakers are requested to refrain from their making any references to the taboo topics like sex, religion, or politics in their speeches. Session is going to be broadcasted in social media, so please ensure that you have a proper background. And make sure if you are away from the camera, please put your camera off. Before we start the meeting, let me put forward a note. This month is important in many ways, right? The festival, celebrations, fun, and many nostalgic cherishing moments that we all are aware about this. Also, this month is important internationally for the events like the theme, like the World Health Day, World Earth Day, and days dedicated to many concerned diseases, many challenges like autism, mental awareness. I would like to club all these together for a better tomorrow. That the nature itself has the solution for almost all the problems that we are facing right now in both physical and mental health. Let it be a good awareness for us to remind ourselves to go back to the nature by listening and by absorbing it, by practicing it and strengthen our mind and body for a better tomorrow. With this, I would like to invite the president of this club, young and energetic Toastmaster Arivajagan. Toastmaster Aru, screen is yours now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reshmi, our Sergeant Downs, for this insightful opening of the meeting. And good evening, Toastmasters and our DTMs. Dearest Toastmasters also you can keep. Distinguished Toastmasters also you can keep. Welcome to our meeting number 21. Before starting, I want to share a small story. Like there was a interaction between the football and the flute. They both were walking around or moving around the park and they were discussing, you are having the same thing with me. Like the football was asking the flute, you are having the same air within like me, but still people are lifting you up to the head level and they are giving respect to you. But see, look at me, they are kicking me, they are throwing out of me. Then flute replied, you are holding within yourself the air which was given to you, but I am giving back to the universe. I am in sync with the universe. So whenever we give something which we want to receive or we have with us, then definitely it's going to be nurtured and it's going to help someone also to become better. So the same what Toastmasters is doing to us, it helps us to improve our speaking skill, communication skill, and leadership skills. So let us invite more new members or guests also to explore this platform, which helps us to grow better. So with that, we are going into a special theme today, and that is surprise also. It was not revealed so far, and to reveal that, to take it further, let me introduce our Toastmaster of the day. He is the area director, area 47 director, and one of the very passionate Toastmasters. And he is also aiming to achieve the DTM very soon. So with that, let me welcome Toastmaster Mahendran, area director, as our TMOD. TMOD, the stage is yours now.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arivajagan, president of 5 Double Tavik Toastmasters Club. Thank you for such a warm welcome and wishes. I thank you for that. To become a sooner, I'm going to be DTM. It's a wish. Let's see how I'm able to persuade that. Thank you for your wishes. We always look and also always want to persuade a small, it's not a small thing, always we want to persuade a thing in the entire life. What is that? Any guess? Success, happiness? Which one you prefer first? President?
Happiness, peace,
Great.
then success.
Toastmaster Reshmi?
Happiness and peace.
Okay. Toastmaster Kalpana, Area Director.
I can say success and happiness coexist. So when success is there, happiness will be there, and happiness will be there, success will automatically be there. So they both coexist.
Great. Toastmaster Swathy.
Well, I think I'll go for peace first, because if I'm peaceful, I'm calm, I'm able to act on what my dreams are, and that would mean that will lead to success, and that success will make me happy.
Give you happiness. Yeah, great. Please increase your volume, mic volume. We could not able to, we hardly hear your speech actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Toastmaster Mishra.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Very good evening to all. Yeah, so for me, I feel that actually happiness is more important over success, because the last week I was reading a book called One Monk actually who sold his Ferrari and become a monk. So definitely he has already achieved all, and then finally actually he's selling a like actually Ferrari and going back to the being a monk. So then he's in search of the happiness. So happiness is always superior than success.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for your insightful words to cherish today's meeting. So you always want to keep our work and our personal life to be balanced, so that we will be able to achieve success. In turn, we get to be happy around with our surroundings, our families. We always concerned our life how to keep be happy. At the same time, we are trying to be self-motivated, especially Toastmasters are self-driven to be motivated. How? By reading books, searching quotes and get answers for that, and then attend meetings, again get motivated. We just try to continue one by another with the motivational stories, and then we try to achieve those in our life, and so that we will be happy. But how far we achieved so far, that's $1 million question, I could say. So there is no such measurement tool or define our happiness or success or how we balance our life. There is no such measurement tool available for that. Are you happy? Sometimes yes, we said yes, I'm happy, but most of the time we just think about it, and then for the namesake we said yes, I'm happy. Is that right? Yes. So how we going to measure ourselves? Are we happy, or are we exhausted? Are we overloaded in our personal life, or either in the workplace? So before get into that, I would like to call our word master of the day, Toastmaster Arival, to spell out our
TMOD, sorry to interrupt. Wordmaster will be distinguished Toastmaster Nathan, sir. Thank you.
Wow, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, PTM Nathan, sir. Could you please introduce the word of the day today?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Today I'm going to play a twin role of wordmaster, possibly three roles: wordmaster, accountant, and grammarian. Okay. In line with the theme, I would like to introduce the word ecstasy. Ecstasy is extreme amount of happiness. The other forms are ecstatic. So how do we how do we use this in a sentence? For example, on the day of my marriage, I was thoroughly ecstatic. When I came to know that I got promoted, that I am becoming a father, I was double ecstatic. I was in a mood of ecstasy. So these are all, we can use it. When we say extreme amount of happiness, we can use this word. I'm sure each one of you are already aware of this word. I urge each one of you to use it during the session, even outside the session as well. Whenever you would like to convey amount of happiness. Is there anyone who would like to use it and inform the others also how to use it?
Yeah, thank you, Headmaster D.D. Mahendran. And when my wife blessed my twin daughters, I was so ecstatic and I was flying also. Thank you. Over to you.
Anyone else? Okay, Toastmaster Anadatta, yeah, you can use it.
When I was told 30 years back that my in-laws agreed for my marriage, so I was ecstatic because I never thought I would be married with my 4 feet 13 inches height. Over to you.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you. I was in the state of ecstasy when I received my first award in the club contest, and
Wow.
which was guided by my mentor, Toastmaster Priya Nambiar, who is there right in front of me, giving more ecstatic feel. Over to you.
Great. What about Toastmaster Arivaragan? Would you like to use this?
I seen my son was in an ecstatic state when he received a gold medal in the Ken competition.
Great. What about Reshmi?
At the ultimate ecstasy moment is speechless.
Okay. Toastmaster Rija Gopinath.
1 minute. Good evening. My ecstasy knew no bounds when I was appreciated by my parents. I'm talking
Great.
about the school parents.
Great. Toastmaster Rakesh.
Yeah, my ecstasy moment was when I received the first paycheck of my salary of 1,000 rupees, and that too very hard cash. Just it was printed from the bank, and the way I was counting actually one note by one note, actually I can feel that actually that was kind of the 10 lakhs for me. So that was a very great moment for me.
Great. And possibly you must have received without any deductions.
Yes, yes. So that was
Okay.
a good.
Toastmaster Priya.
When I meditate, it takes me into a deep state of ecstasy.
Wow, that's a good one. Toastmaster Kanti, as you Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi.
I get into the state of ecstasy when I see a smile with the face of the people whom I'm able to make them happy with my
Glad
words
I
and
have.
activities.
Super, super. Okay, I think I have covered everyone. Is there anyone whom I missed out? Toastmaster Mahendran, yeah.
Toastmaster Swathy also waiting.
Toastmaster Swathy, okay. Toastmaster Swathy.
Okay, last week my whole family was filled with ecstasy as my cousin got engaged.
Good. Toastmaster Mahendran.
Yes. I was in the state of ecstasy when my brother agreed for his marriage. So my root is
Okay. Okay. Glad to note everyone is associating ecstasy with marriage. Okay. What about timer?
Sir, I told already, sir.
Kanti.
Okay. I saw you Kanti separate one more window. Okay, fine. I think everyone is, I have covered everyone. I am also playing a role of accountant and grammarian, and I will be observing the number of hours, whom's, and other filler words which the members are using. And I will also be playing the role of a grammarian. I will be observing the impeccable usage of the language as well as the opposite of it. And I will be coming out with my report when the general evaluator calls me. Over to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you so much, Wordmaster of the day, grammarian accounter, TM Nathan sir, for providing or giving a ecstatic word of the day. Thank you. Moving further, I would like to call our timer to introduce the timing.
Thank you.
for
Thank
the
you,
project
Toastmaster.
speakers. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And good evening, my fellow Vibe Toastmasters and guests, and all the very best to all the role players and speakers. And today we have 4 speakers, and all their time limit for each speaker is 5 to 7 minutes. So at the 5th minute, I will show the green, and please pin me also. And 6th minute, I will show the amber, and at the 7th minute, I will show the red. And after that, I will not show any indication, but we are ready to hear your speech, but you please finish before 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Then you will be eligible for the voting. And thank you. And I would like to say one quote about time. Time is priceless, and so please waste it wisely. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster timer, Toastmaster Kanti, for giving a crisp idea about how we are going to manage the timing today. Thank you. So moving further, we have 3 project speakers. First speaker, DTM Anandata Murli. A second speaker is Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra, and third one is Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi. So coming back to our theme, how to balance our work, life.
Yeah. Toastmaster of the day. Sorry to interrupt. We have 4 speakers. Toastmaster Arivalagan will be the 4th one. Thank you. Okay.
Sorry. Thank you so much for highlighting that. BP Education. Thank you so much. Okay. So how many of you heard from your family that you're not at all carrying us, or you're not at all giving your time? You're not spending the time with us. Anything like anyone can share? Yes, sir. DTM sir. DTM Anandata, please.
Yeah, because 24/7, 365, I'm in this 4-wall room and dedicating my time only to Toastmaster. So I'm unable to do anything for the family because I'm. That's how small things they can do. I'm talking about international things, how to organize meetings and conduct what will happen in Russia or in USA. So this is what I don't dedicate my time to my family because that's a small thing they can take care.
That's a really I don't have words, to be frank. When you say small things matters. There is a proverb. Otherwise, big things cannot happen. So thank you for sharing your opinions and your experience. We'll move on to the project speaker today. The first speaker is DTM Anandata Murli, Persuasive Influence, and the level 2 project 3, Zoom moderation. To evaluate your speech, the evaluator is Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind, area director. Could you please tell us the objective of the speaker?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mahendran. Today, Toastmaster Anandata Murali Manogar, he's presenting his level 2 speech, project 3, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring from Persuasive Influence Pathway. His speech title is Club Officers Training. And the purpose of the speech, the purpose of the project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. Time 5 to 7 minutes. Best wishes, Toastmaster Anandata Murali Manogar. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Mahendran.
Thank you so much, evaluator Toastmaster Kalpana. And the stage is yours, DTM. Thank you.
Yeah, for the benefit of everybody, our evaluator has read out. My speech title is Club Officers Training. Okay, timer, can we start? How many of you are a club officer? Can you raise your hands? Great. Did you know anything about what is the role of a club officer before you took charge of this? Very good. My evaluator knows. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and my dear friends. 2013, May 1st, I happened to get into an organization called Toastmasters. And in the month of June, they made me VP membership. By the way, VP is something I thought I was sitting in the pinnacle of a great organization and I was at the top of the world, ecstatic. However, I came to know this is just to bring in members from various parts of the world and make them a member with our club. And that's how I became this VP membership. Immediately in the month of June, they organized something called COT, Club Officers Training. Believe me, it was all Latin and German for me. However, I had some people, and I would love to give due respect and credit to Distinguished Toastmaster Anil Lobo, who, like me, has already completed 2 on his verge of completing 3rd DTM. He initiated that club officer training for me in one of the institutes in Kuwait. Thereafter, every 6 months, we got an opportunity to train ourselves. Now, how many of you have taken COT very seriously? Great. Many of the clubs, what they do, just 4 members are enough to achieve 1 point out of 7 executive members. By the way, all of you know that we have 7 ExCom roles, starting from Sergeant at Arms, Treasurer, Secretary, VP Membership, VP Education, VP PR, VP Membership, VP Education, and the President. Now, over a period of time, they asked me to take, do some roles like a timer and everything. However, in 2018, I became the trainer. So what was the thing is, I learned the trick of the trade from my mentor, Distinguished Toastmaster Anil Lobo. Thereafter, except for treasurer role, I have done training for all the COT roles, club officers training, right from President, VP Education, VP Membership, VP PR also, Secretary, and Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms, President, VP Membership are my forte. Now, tell me how I could do this. Can anybody share or can guess what I would have done? No problem. Yes, tell me, sir.
Yeah. If you are president or the previous club officer, if you have any doubt, they can guide you.
Very good. After every training, those days it was a physical training. So I used to meet the trainer and take from him the memory stick and copy all the presentation. And it is not now, even from 2013 or before that, for almost 35 years, I'm in the trade of peopling. Peopling means meeting people. So I'm a trainer and I meet people. This were very much important for me to improve in my professional life. Please let me tell you, do not miss any COT training. Even if you have been there in the Toastmaster for almost 40, 50 years also, every time you learn something new. And this is what my trainer, my mentor, DTM Anil Lobo told me. From there, every meeting, I used to learn something new and try to implement that, not only in the meeting, share it with friends. And those people who are new, who are not even a Toastmaster ExCom role ExCom member, I used to tell them, this role provides this. In this process, let me tell you, I have gained a lot of knowledge, and I've started sharing this with those people who are new novice to Toastmasters and who are showing some interest. Now, what happened? Today, I can tell you, even as a Toastmaster, I have more than 6 to 7 mentees. It's not just I mentor them for their speeches, but I also encourage people to take up roles as a club officer, area director, division directors, and various other posts, even in the club and the area. There are many roles in the area, division also, so I encourage. So what did I do? Very simple is, I learned and I gave back to the society. Mentorship is similar to that. You learn from somebody, cuddle the process, and then give this to someone who is going to be your legacy, passing on the baton. So I would request all of you, please attend every club officers training, and if possible, come forward to take up roles as a club officer trainer in any of the roles in which you are strong. And Toastmaster tells you, challenge yourself. So for example, I have not done treasurer training. Given a chance, next time, I would love to do a treasurer role as a club officer training role so that I can learn. Toastmaster is nothing but unlearn, learn, and relearn. Be just not be a mentor, be also a mentee. Because what you have in a Telugu movie, they say, if you have earned a lot, you cannot digest it yourself. You have to part it to others. So in the same way, whatever you learn, whether it is in Toastmaster in real life, share it with someone who can learn further. Over to you, our Toastmaster of the Day, Area Director, Chinnathambi Mahendran.
Thank you so much for insightful and share your experience with us today. Thank you, D.K. Manadaji. So move further to our next speaker. Yeah, speaker number 2 is going to perform his speech. Path is presentation mastery, level 3, project 2. Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra, going to evaluate by Toastmaster Rija Gopinath. Toastmaster Rija Gopinath, could you please share his objectives?
Yes. Good evening once again. Today I am here to evaluate Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra. Speech title is I Have a Dream. Presentation Mastery, from Presentation Mastery, Project Level 3, Project 2. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. Speech timing, 5 to 7 minutes. All the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rija Gopinath. Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra, have you ever feel tired?
Have you ever been tired?
Yeah. Mentally?
No, I don't think so that I say I'm tired. That is why my daughters, they call the Superman.
That's great, really, to hear that. Okay, thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. It's in our eyes. It's in your persona. It's in your heart. Let the fire burn. Let the fire burn. Let the fire burn. Let's unleash yourself and fulfill the dream what you have. Awakening is nothing but allowing yourself to be who you are. All the hidings, all the pretendings, all the discomfort are what prevents you from being in your highest nature. Good evening, presidents, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and the distinguished guest. So why not open up, share your thoughts, and dream with me? Possibly we can do something better too. tomorrow. Many of you must be aware of, I'm engineer, I'm a marketing by profession, and as my profession allows me, I'm meeting thousands of people. But while meeting these people, I have observed one thing very common. No matter which country they belong to, which culture they carry, they all have a dream. Same like what I have. I have a dream to help others and fulfill their dreams. The people like to share their thoughts, ideas, challenges, limitations, why they are not able to pursue their dreams. I'm sure many of you must have a dreams to fulfill. If yes, please write, I have a dream in your chat box. Please write, I have a dream in your chat box to notify. Few of my friends have very different kind of the dreams. Few has dream to start a tourism business and travel while they are getting paid. One of my friends had a dream to start his own luxury bus business and a bus with a 5-star hotel amenities. And he wanted to connect this hotel bus with the corporates for the business. And if someone wished to travel from, let's say, for example, traveling from Ahmedabad, Mumbai to Ahmedabad, he can simply book the bus and board the bus after the day work from his office. Instead of going to the home, rushing to the airport, booking the flights, booking the hotels, he can simply freshen up inside the hotel, relax, have a sleep, and next day morning he is ready to attend the meeting. So as you can see, he had a dream and a workable plan, but the issue was he had a challenge of finance and a time. I discussed this idea with so many like-minded people, and as of now, 6 people have confirmed their interest that they want to join hands with the person, and the 2 of them are ready to invest also. Hopefully, we will conclude this venture very shortly. Another friend who had a dream to do something for his village back in India, in Hyderabad. I asked him what is the major problem these villagers are facing. He said water. I helped him to procure water purification systems to fulfill the demand of drinking water of that village. He was very happy after doing this donation, and I met him after a few years, and he said he donated, he was very happy till he got another electricity bill of 75,000 dirhams. His Gram Panchayat sent him 75,000 electricity bill because the power consumed by his donated equipments. Ultimately, it was resolved by sharing the 50% of the cost. He is still paying 50% of the electricity cost, but at the end, he is very happy. Now, in this February, I was in India. I met a person actually who wanted to do something for the Ganga River in Varanasi. I had a 2-3 meeting with him. We tried to explore the many ideas together and finally concluded what? He wanted to make a rose water, agarbatti, dhoopbatti from the flowers which is being thrown inside the Ganga River. So ultimately, he is cleaning the Ganga River at the same time he is making use of it. It was a brilliant idea. Now he's started actually making a project out of it, and I'm helping him. Few more projects which I come across while meeting my friends, like recycling a plastic to diesel. For that, actually, I'm talking with the IIT Delhi professor, Dr. Pant, who is my friend and who is helping me. And this my friend actually who needs this support, he's from Ghana, Africa. Another friend who wants to convert the solid waste into the fertilizer. This is one of my friends working in EGA in Jebel Ali. I'm trying to work with him, trying to help him. And one of my close friend, a school childhood friend, he's in New Mumbai. He wants to start the water bottling plants. So I'm trying to bring like-minded people together so that actually we will have a team of 6-7 people that joins hands together and work together. I have observed hardly 20% of the people like to go back to the hometown and take a rest after the retirement. 80% of the people like to keep them engaged even after the retirement. People who belongs to 80% of the people who belong to the 80% of the people can write 80% in the chat box. Just I want to see how many of you are really fall into the 80% segment. If you think you have a dream to accomplish, but you are not able to take up this alone, due to the busy schedule of 9 to 5 job, join me, join my club. I have a dream without leaving your current job. My job is to bring like-minded people from form a strategic business unit, nurture it with the rich experience of the founding members, bring up to the stage where you all members feel very comfortable to leave their current job and go full-time in their dream business. This is not a business proposal, but an effort to make your dreams a reality. It's a learning platform for mutual benefit for all. As rightly said by Colin Powell, a dream does not come reality. The dream does not become reality through a magic. It required sweat, determination, and hard work. Back to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra. Wow, what is such a statement, like dreams comes through reality, through the attempt. Thank you for that. Moving further, we have 4 speeches, so I'm just running through the speaker. Now we have the third speaker in the line, Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi. His path is motivational strategy level 2, project 3. Knowingly or unknowingly, we all are strategies or mentors. Is going to evaluate by Toastmaster Priya Nambiar. Toastmaster Priya Nambiar, the screen is yours.
Good evening all once again. Today Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi is going to present Project 3 from Level 2 of Motivational Strategies, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of previous experience as a protege. Time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Best wishes, Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. After your speech, I will ask a question. Not now. So the screen is yours. All the best.
Okay. A mentor is one who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. A mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a superior teacher demonstrates, and a great teacher inspires. Warm good evening, TMOD, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Through each day of our life, we are in the cyclic process of learning. Some say time is the best teacher. Few say experiences are the best teachers, and some others inspire to have real human to be their teachers. No matter who we are, who we credit this to, teachers are the people who help us to grow. Having said teachers inspires, we need someone to mentor us. A subtle but important difference between the two is a teacher has a greater knowledge and a mentor has a greater perspective. 75% of top executives say mentoring was very critical in their growth. I, the one who believe in it, have never shied myself seeking advice from experienced people. I have 3 objectives that I could potentially share with you all. Why mentoring is important, number 1. Secondly, my personal journey and how mentoring affected me. Thirdly, is how you as Toastmasters could make the most of mentoring. Which one would you all like to hear? Well, it's a very lucky day. I am going to say all 3 of them. Mentoring. Mentoring can be explained to a situation when some shares their knowledge, skills, and experience with other persons and help them to progress further. So, if you have shared any of them with another person or had an opportunity for other person to share it with you, you have been involved in mentoring. It's very simple. Mentor, the one who imparts and shares knowledge and the skills of expertise, is called mentor. Mentee is also called as a protege, a person who is advised, trained, or counseled by the mentor. Without any doubts, The first mentor of mine would be my parents and siblings. In school life, very proud to share that my school principal, Sister Mocharakini, was the one who ignited the spark within me and converted a timid backbench teenager into a record breaker in the board exams, which I would have never dreamt of in those days. Today, I am grateful to say thanks to my uncle who mentored to choose my career as well as higher education. Even today, holding hands, my husband, daughter, and my beloved friends are mentoring me to know what a life is. I would fail if I do not share how joining Toastmasters mentored me to be a very good listener. Toastmaster Shabna, my assigned club mentor, taught me what is the role of a mentor and mentee without a textbook. Seasoned Toastmasters like Priya Nambiar, DTM Dinesh, and all other Toastmasters of DGTC were brutally honest when asked to give their feedbacks. But with their constructive criticism and follow ups, that has helped me to tune me to be a better version of what I am today when compared to a year ago. A big thanks to all the mentors in all walks of my life. Still a long way to go. Every day is a learning. Also, I can say in a single line, many times I have felt elated and ecstatic when my mentees could reach their goals with the small support I have rendered them. With this journey, I can sum up the purpose of a mentor is to help the mentee grow as a person and become a best version of themselves by introducing them to a new way of thinking and sharing the valuable lessons that we have come across. Being a mentor itself is beneficial. It is a way of giving back what you have learned as well as teaching is the best way to learn yourself. Mentors become more competent as leaders and communicators as they guide and help rising talents. Mentors do get opportunity to do a multiple role plays like leaders, buddies, counselors, coaches, advisors, teachers, as well as role models. Being a mentee, you too exhibit similar skills and attitudes. Being a mentee, you get adapted for a desire and willingness to learn, to meet goals and overcome challenges. As a mentee, you learn to be open for feedbacks and guidances. As a Toastmaster, we should know there is a slight difference between coaching and mentoring. In coaching, the style is a participative style, and in mentoring, it's directive style. Whereas performance comes specific under focus and career development in mentoring. The structure of coaching is short term and formal, whereas in mentoring, it's long term and informal. According to my experience, a mentor has to dedicate sufficient time for mentoring and be a good role model. Never be overcritical of mistakes. Do not talk when you have to listen. Never inhibit your mentee's capacity to think for themselves. A mentor-mentee relationship is something which is complementary to each other. I urge you all at times when you feel like backing up, when you do not believe in yourself with your own ideas, please do not sink or get rejected. Please approach your mentors, discuss with them, seek their advice, and try to scale up. Mentors are everywhere. You just have to look and ask. Benjamin Franklin clearly said, tell me, I may forget, teach me, I may remember, but involve me, I learn. Back to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi.
Thank you.
Yes, mentor like is creating a win-win situation always. I truly agree that option that the mentor is always giving a fortune or giving credibility to the mentee to grow together. Thank you for that. Have you ever feel when you woke up? Have you ever feel that another day came? Have you ever been feel like tired or tensed when you woke up in the morning? Say the next day, today I just woke up now, something like that.
To be honest, no, but I used to be very happy when I get up on Thursday mornings because weekend is going to follow, so next day need not get up early. That's the thing.
So nice of you. Actually, you just avoid that black part saying that the all weekdays I will be tense, so weekend you will be free and you will be happy. It's another way of answering questions. Brilliant attempt. Thank you for that. Thank you, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi.
Thank you.
We'll move further to our next speaker. It's none other than Toastmaster Arivagan, President. His project speech, the pathway is presentation mastery, level 1, project 2. Is going to evaluate by Toastmaster Reshmi Sujata Nair. Toastmaster Reshmi, please read out the objectives of Toastmaster Arivagan's speech.
Good evening, Toastmaster and guests, and especially good evening to Toastmaster Ari. Toastmaster Ari is going to deliver his second speech in his level 1, project 2, evaluation and feedback in the pathway motivation strategies with the speech title.
Your Toastmaster Reshmi, your audible is not clear.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Just increase your mic level or just bring your mic close to your mouth. It's away.
Eat your mic, eat your mic.
Yes, eat your mic.
That's fine, right?
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah, the speech title Oniomania, and his speech objectives are: the purpose of this project is for the member to present his speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she had applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. All the very best to Toastmaster Ari, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reshmi. Toastmaster Arivagan, Onion Mania, Toastmaster Arivagan. The stage is yours.
Toastmaster of the day, a small correction, timer don't start the timing. The topic is Oniomania. I'm not going to sell your onion.
Oniomania, okay.
Shopping, shopping, shopping. Good evening, Toastmasters, and my distinguished guest members, and special good evening to my evaluator. How many of you, touch your heart and say, how many of you feel the ecstatic moment when you hear the word shopping? Yes, actually speaking, shopping is a therapy, right? When we do shopping, like there was a saying, money cannot buy the happiness, but definitely it will make you feel the happiness within you. It will trigger the happiness and the peace within you. You feel really ecstatic, and then you feel rejuvenated when you plan for a shopping itself. No need to go into the shopping mall or somewhere. When you decided you want to do shopping, you will get into that moment of ecstasy. And I'm sure everyone would have experienced that. Some fear to accept that because they will feel that they may spend the money or they may get into this oniomania. Oniomania is the fear of shopping. Those people only will get affected with the onion mania. Once we feel we want to do shopping, there are some chemicals in our brain which will make like feel good chemicals, we call endorphins. An example, it actually resonates more when you are into a shopping mall or when you see those colorful lights, the way that it has been arranged, and the people in the happy mood. Wherever you see, there will not be a sad face in the shopping mall or in some places like Global Village or Expo. You feel the positive vibe all around. You feel the happiness in the people. People forget all their sadness and then they come here to enjoy the shopping. One or two exemption is there always. Leave them. let it go, let it be, but let us enjoy the shopping. And also, the left side frontal prefrontal cortex, that there is a study shows it feels the positive effect when you are in the shopping mall. When they do the brain mapping, the prefrontal cortex produces the positive effect in the overall well-being. And also the level of dopamine increases. The dopamine effect, correct? It influences the mood, the feeling of, even it makes you feel that you are motivated, right? So those things also happening. And for leave aside those young people like us, we will let us leave aside. Even for those elder peoples, there is a reduction in the dementia, because they get into the shopping mall, they recall what are the things they want, so there is a chance for them to recover their memory, and then they know where it is available, what is the name, they use the escalator, they use the lift, they know how to do it up. So it actually it's like a well-being also. For there is a research going on now, it actually helps them to recover from those dementia also. So that much positive effect is there in the shopping, right? But how many of us do the actual shopping? Actual shopping means, here I mean, who knows what they want and who knows what are the places it is available and what kind of brands are there in the market and what is suitable for them. How many of us do the study and go? No. There is a research, only 45 or less than 45% of the people do the proper planning shopping. So, and actually this shopping, now some of the people in the research, the scholars, they are taking up as a study to understand the personality, the behavioral pattern of a human being, what kind of shopping they are doing. If they are doing a window shopping, what kind of people they are, and if they are making a proper list, the planning before going to the shopping mall, like I want 2 kg of sugar, 5 kg of rice, and this vegetable and this kind of groceries, like that planned people are also there. They are all more organized. And some people, they know that they want 5 liter of cooking oil, but they will think, okay, I want to be a cost effective, I want to reduce myself, I want to be a fit man. So they buy 2 liters from there, and again they buy 3 liters from the local grocery. So this kind of people, they are termed as a poor planning people, having imaginary thinking that once they buy less, they consume less. Not like that. It's vice versa. So shopping is not an issue, but only thing, understand the thing, understand what you want, and then go for shopping, plan it and buy and come back safely. And there is one hint I want to give to all the people hearing this speech. There is a prosperity mantra in that. When you go to the shopping mall, people normally avoid going near the gold souk, or where they are selling the high end watches like Rolex and all. No need to buy like that, but just go there, feel the positive vibe in that, touch the material and see how you feel rejuvenated when you touch it. Normally when you go, they will not allow you easily, but you have to do some preparation and go. What kind of Rolex models are there? What is the high-end model? Then you go and ask him, this model is available or not. Definitely they will tell no, more or less they may not keep. So they will tell no. Then just look it around and come back safely. So prepare and then do the shopping and enjoy the shopping mania. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ariu, Onion Mania, not Onion Mania. Thank you for that. Okay. I know that a person who love shopping, especially online shopping. Okay. So coming back to our theme, and Toastmaster Ariu, have you ever feel like once you complete your food, am I complete my food? Is the food is tastier? Did I really complete my food? Have you ever realized that situation in your life? And sometimes when your companion asking something, Come again. I didn't hear you properly. And sometimes your wife says, I'm telling a lot of things, you are not at all listening. What are you doing? Okay. This kind of situation, have you ever been there? Means.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. And this is very common scenario. And recently in the global village, we went to the shop called as Talluvandi. It's in front of Indian Pavilion. Actually, the smell, the onion dosa, the masala dosa smell actually pulled me there. And then I went there and they were having the small idlis submerged in sambar and mixed with the podi, the purple podi. Those kind of things were there. And literally, I was thinking the same thing that, oh my God, I finished my food like that. That much it was casually going on, but we were all alert because there are too much crowd around and lightings, colors are there. So just looking around and eating and taking. But definitely I was not focusing on what my wife was telling. Later I got the feedback from coming from Dubai to Fujairah. I was getting all the feedback, but it kept me awake. I am not sleepy that time because of so reasons. So it helps at some point of time.
Yeah, you left for 5 minutes, you heard for 1 year. You give a time. So you are not leaving it. You give a time. Thank you for sharing your personal experience, Toastmaster Arif. I think Toastmaster DTM Anadata says something. He has some songs too for the idli submerged in sambar. What was that?
Oh, idli, idli. Chutney, chutney. Sambar bucket lo munigi taladave. Mungi poi, uri poi, pletulo ni pai pai kitelave o. Idli, idli, chutney, chutney, oh, vada, vada, chutney, chutney.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, DT Manadaji. Okay, we are on time. I believe we'll ask our timer, where are we and how the project speaks are moving.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I am so ecstatic because all the speakers completed their speech within time. Our first speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Anadatta Murali Manoharji, spoke 7 minutes 20 seconds about the leadership, and he told he would like to be a treasurer also. And Toastmaster Rakesh, our second speaker, he told about his dream in just 6 minutes and 40 seconds. And our third speaker, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi ma'am, told about the mentoring in 6 minutes 12 seconds. And our final speaker, Toastmaster Arivarakan, he told how to do shopping in 6 minutes 38 seconds. And all are qualified. With your permission, shall I launch the poll?
Yes, sir. Are we on time?
Yes, we are exactly on time. I request all the Toastmasters to vote to find the best speaker. And whoever co-host, please send me the message about the winners. Thank you. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, timer, for your crispy report. And we are time that we are really happy for that. And we are moving further with the special, a favorite evergreen, and all the Toastmasters are eagerly waiting for the topic. I know that is going to conduct by Toastmaster Swathy. She is a poet, I could say. Her speak is entirely different. The slang that she used in Tamil version is entirely different. We love to hear that slang, to be frank. Thank you for that. And Thank you for joining today's meeting, Toastmaster Swathy. The stage is yours. Over to you. You are muted.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster TMOD Mahendran. Well, to start up with the table topics, I would like to invite everybody to have a look at this talk of rose. Okay. How many of you could see the thorns in this talk? And how many of you could just see the rose? Well, the thorns here could be referred to challenges, pain, difficulties in life, and the rose could be referred to joyful moment where we will feel with ecstasy and where we find happiness to the extent. In reality, in life, most of us would love to see the roses, but we tend to see the thorns in larger scale compared to the rose. The topics that I've prepared will enable us to see how we can see life as balance, even though we can see thorns here, but we can change it to roses with our ability of thought. Well, I have prepared 9 topics here of statement, and I would invite you to participate. First of all, you can choose the number that you want to, from number 1 to number 9, and I will present the statement to you. So who would like to start?
DTM Nathan sir is waiting.
DTM Nathan sir? Okay, would like to choose a number from number 1 to number 9?
Yeah, 9.
Number 9. Okay. Number 9. I am not the same person I once was. I am not the same person I once was. DTM leader.
Yeah, everyone undergoes a process of transformation. Everyone changes. Everyone is working for a better today and better tomorrow, and even better past. Because when we work for a better today and tomorrow, today only becomes the past, correct? So we also work for better past. So in that way, I have also transformed myself. When I completed my graduation in 1987 and went to Mumbai, I did not know English. I did not know Hindi. I knew only my mother tongue, Tamil. So English and Hindi, I have learned it how to read and write, but not to speak. So I faced a lot of difficulties. I was very, very reticent and shy to even pick up the phone to speak in English. So fortunately, I landed in an organization which was surrounded by Tamilians. So my initial sail was smooth, but I was not interacting with others. My boss used to tell me that you have to speak in English, then only you will be able to progress in life. So every day when I leave the office, I used to speak to myself that from next day onwards, I swear that I will speak in English. I go to bed with that kind of a thinking. I get up with that kind of a thinking. My resolve used to be very strong, but as I move towards the office, the closer and closer I go to the office, my resolve would disappear farther and farther. And then I continue to be a shy and reticent person. In fact, I'm very happy to mention this. I learned Hindi faster than English because I used to interact with my office boy who knew only Hindi. He did not know English. But later on, I started undergoing some courses. Even Toastmasters helped much later. But that is how I improved. Yes, I was the person like that, which I have transformed them. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, DTM Nathan. That you proved that how we have actually changed your challenges, your thorns to roses. Yeah. Okay, we can have a next speaker. Would like to try? Give a try. Yes, we have Toastmaster Kalpana, DTM Kalpana. Arvind, your number 1 to 8. You can choose a number.
1.
1. Your statement is a statement for you. A goal without plan is just a wish. A goal without plan is just a wish.
A go without
Plan.
plan. Okay.
Yes, it's just a wish.
A go without plan is just a wish. Is that the question?
Yes, that's right. That's the statement.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Table Topic Master. It was a beautiful question given to me, which made me feel that I should always go for the plan. If I don't plan properly, I may not be able to achieve something. And the wish that we all make it, we want to be successful in life, but many times it doesn't happen. I can say this particular moment which was not planned properly, and we ended up in a big problem. 3 years back, after going for the vacation, it was before the pandemic, we went for the vacation and we enjoyed. And while coming back to Dubai, my husband was working here and he said, you can take the tickets, make sure you carry your passport, everything was there. So I took all the checklist, I carried everything. But after going to the airport, I realized that I went in the evening time instead of the morning time, because the flight which was, I was carrying the ticket, the morning 9 o'clock flight ticket, but I went there for the evening. So that was not planned properly and it was a big mess. And I took one more ticket the next day. I stayed there. That was the first time I stayed outside with my children without my husband in a hotel. So it was a big mess, but still I learned from it. So mistakes happen in our life and we need to learn and improve on. So if you don't plan properly, you will end up in a mess. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. There was an experience that that would actually help us to think very or plan carefully before we act. Yeah. Okay, we have other statements that is of number 1 to 8, except 1 and 9. We have number 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyone? I thought I saw Toastmaster Ari Valagan putting up his hand just now. Toastmaster Ari Valagan, would you like to choose a number? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
4.
4. Okay. Self-love is an art. Self-love is an art.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for this wonderful table topic question. Self-love is an art. And I feel most of the people currently are not specialized in that art. People forget to think about themselves because they are made to think about the things going around them, like the politics, the job, the career, family. everything was happening and they are pressurized into that situation, but still they forget who is handling that, who is the self which is moving forward. They forget to think about the driving force which is within them. So when we understand the force within them, when we understand the divine light within the individual, then the self-love comes and then they start evolving. They feel the ecstasy in each and every thing they do when they feel loved by themselves instead of expecting others to love them. See, in a cup of when it is full, you cannot add more coffee or tea something. When you empty it, like when you give it, then you can keep filling. Same the self-love also. When you love yourself, it overflows and it can be shared with the nears and dears, with not only the known people, with unknown people also. So first let us have the self-love, then give to others and share with others and multiply it, and definitely we will receive more in a multi-float, because as you sow, so we reap. So whatever we do for ourselves, it's definitely we are doing for the universe. So that's what I believe also. And thank you so much for this nice topic. Over to you, table topic master.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Arivalagan. I believe there's one saying from a holy book which says that love your neighbors as yourself. So the fact is that you have to love yourself. Then only you are in a position to love the others. Right. Okay, we go to the next title. I thought I saw a message from Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra. Yeah, am I right? Okay, right. Rakesh Mishra.
Yes.
Okay, a statement for you is you like to choose the number. You have number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3.
Yeah, 7.
7. Okay. A statement for you is, it is better to be real than perfect. It is better to be real than perfect. Stage is yours.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, table topic master. It's a very nice topic. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, as you basically, you know, this I feel, you know, over a period of this 40 years now, I felt that actually getting a right people, getting a real people is truly not that easy. You know, like actually, so I feel if you are true, you are real, then automatically you get real people. If you are fake, automatically you get a fake people in the world. So it's if you go with the full-hearted, you approach someone and someone reacts to your with you. I think that makes the difference, and that is how the things goes. Being real is very much important. Being rather than being just like I can say fake or unrealistic. That's all I can say. Thank you very much. Back to you, table topic master.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. Yes, well, we do recognize that none of us are perfect in this world. We do make mistakes, we learn, and we make changes, and that will really make us to live a real life in this world. Right, we have next
8 for me.
8. May I know who is that? Madam
Rija.
Rija. Okay, Rija. Okay, number 8. Number 8. The statement for you is, things become better when you switch from expect to accept. Things become better when you switch from expect to accept.
Yes. Good evening to all of you. A wonderful, wonderful table topic given. yes, things definitely will get better if what you expect and is open, you accept things as it comes. Every time in life clashes happen and your dreams seem to be unfulfilled, only because before we start, we have high expectations. And when we face reality, we're not able to accept it. So acceptance, only then we will learn to move forward. I truly believe in it. When we meet people, even before we know them, we have high expectation. This person will be like this, like that. We'll be very judgmental, and when that breaks, it is very difficult for us to carry on a relationship. So wait, understand, and accept whatever comes and make the best of it. It is not that you accept and may allow others to fool you. No, do not expect too much from others. Expect more from yourself and accept whatever happens in life. And that will help you to make adjustments, to understand something is wrong somewhere, and you will move forward. And each time you accept things, each time you will move forward successfully. So I really truly believe acceptance first. Don't set too much of expectations. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Yes.
Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rija. That was beautifully said. The statement of how to switch from expectation to perception of things or matters that will actually make our life more joyful and full of ecstasy. Yes, I think we have this much of time. Do we have extra time to go for one or two more statements?
Yeah, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, madam, finished?
Yes, yes. One more we can.
Okay, we have the final statement. Anyone would like to try? You could try for the last.
Okay, give me. Jay.
Jay. Okay, Toastmaster Jay. Okay.
Toastmaster Swathy, already Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi is waiting.
Oh, okay. Let her go.
Then we can come back, sir.
Please go.
Then we'll come back.
Continue, no problem.
Okay, we go for Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi. Okay. The number for you is number 356. 356.
I'll go with 5.
5. Okay. Your statement. You, if you don't like where you are, move. You are not a tree. If you don't like where you are, move. You are not a tree.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Swati. Thanks for the wonderful topic. If you don't like where you are, move. You are not a tree. Yes, this topic goes well with the saying that says, it is not worth driving a Mercedes Benz daily if you don't like the destination of your office, if you don't like the environment to work. Same way, if the situation or the environment where you are is creating disturbance for you, or it is creating anxiety for you, and it's going to give an unhappy, unhealthy status to your own feeling, better move away and leave everybody else at peace also, so that you don't get disturbed. First thing. And secondly, I would say, when you are going to stay in a situation that is not happier for you, you are not going to take any positive step to develop yourself. In spite of that, you are going to spoil the happiness of the people who are going to enjoy and who are already enjoying that environment. So let us not disturb others. And I always feel I will step out back, and either I will maintain silence there and do what I want to do without disturbing others, or I will leave the place and move away, because there are more other herds of trees and herds of group of people in a different sector where you will go and enjoy your presence there. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much for your viewpoint, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, that how as human we have the ability to make changes, to make moves in our life, to make it better and more advancing, and also to be fill it with ecstasy, definitely. Okay, we have the final speaker, Toastmaster J. Toastmaster J, are you there? You like to choose a number, number 2, 3, and 6.
6.
You can choose either one. Okay, 6. Right. The final topic is don't train to be a prince or princess, be a warrior. Don't train to be a prince or princess, be a warrior.
Thank you. Why can't be prince or princess can be a warrior as well? Why the division? Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we have to, whoever we are, whether we are prince or an ordinary man, we have to have that instinct of being a warrior. And how can you have it? You have to work for it. It just doesn't come if you are born to a royal family. It doesn't happen if you are born to any ordinary man on the roads. But for that, you have to condition yourself to be to be a warrior. And how can you become a warrior? First of all, there are things that you have to learn. You have to be under your own control. There are circle of concern, there are circle of influences. Circle of concerns are only reactive, and you can only speak about the things where you do not have the control, where you do not have the influence. But if you want to be warrior, be within that small circle of influence rather than the larger circle of concern. You condition, you sharpen your X-ray, you make yourself ready to face the challenges of life in a very positive way, and have the dream that what you want to become. Warrior means it's not necessarily that you have to go on the field, have the swords or the rifles, but the warrior means that there are various types of challenges in the life. Okay, you have to take head on, you have to take the bull by the horn, and you have to make sure that you justify your action, and you have to make sure that you are carving, you're charting out a new path for others to follow. This is how, and in a way that you are seen as a triumphant. This is where you become the warrior. You have to work for it. You have to give your life for it, in the sense you have to give all your comfort. You have to come out of the comfort zone. So this is how you become the warrior. So not the prince, but the warrior. What do you?
Yes, thank you very much, Toastmaster J. That I like the viewpoint when you mentioned that we can still be a prince and princess be a warrior. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice way of putting it. So, right. So to sum up, I'd just like to recall back what I mentioned just now. Well, even though the life can be with full of thorns and roses, but let's see it as a balance. We can also view thorns as roses when we make changes in the way we think. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mahendran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swathy. Please stay online. Before that, I will ask our timer to give a report on the table.
Thank you, Table Topics Master and Toastmaster. Today, our first speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Nathan, he told he is not the same person as he was in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And Toastmaster Kalpana told about her goal without a plan in 2 minutes 2 seconds. And our third speaker, Toastmaster Hari Valakan, about his self-love in 2 minutes 5 seconds. And better be real than perfect by Toastmaster Rakesh in 1 minute and 20 seconds. And things became better, told by Toastmaster Rija in exactly 2 minutes. And about the environment, told by Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi ma'am in 1 minute and 40 seconds. And our final warrior, distinguished Toastmaster JSV, that took 2 minutes and 29 seconds. So I am so excited to be the exciting timer today. And with your permission, shall I launch the poll? All are qualified. And for table topics, all can vote, including the guest. Please find the ballot on your screen. Thank you. And welcome back, distinguished Toastmaster Annadatta ji. You are not in the TT segment, so I am sure you will not vote. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Timer. Toastmaster Swathy.
Yeah.
Have you ever feel that someday or sometimes or many times you know something is wrong? You know something is wrong, but don't know what it is. You know something is going wrong, but you don't know what it is and you don't know how to solve it. Have you ever encountered in your life a situation?
Yes, truly. Yes, I think there was not just once, a few times actually happened uh, with with my friends. You know, sometimes we can be very close with each other, and then for some time period, I did realize that there is something that was not very nice on certain comments being mentioned. I truly do not know, and I really do not want to investigate because I think that would actually make things worse, right? So I would just pray about it, and if opportunity arise and opportunity is given to me, I'll just try to be too nice to them, just buy a small gift to them, or just a stalk of rose to show that I still like them. Okay, so sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't work, but it's okay. But I think just that I have played my part on that to make or to try to solve the situation or try. And after that, I don't think so much about it because I think life has to go on as it is. So just take things as its flows. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swati, to sharing your personal experience. Thank you, really appreciate that. So life has to move on, whatever it comes. That's a nice one. So further, we are going further with move on to our next session, the most important session is evaluation. So I'm continuing as a TMOD here. So first evaluator, we are running out of time, like we are 10 minutes late, but still we will be able to cover that. I would like to call the first evaluator who is going to evaluate DT Mahendran's speech. Zoom moderation. I know Toastmaster from last 2 years. I first met in Abhinam Toastmasters Club. And then whenever we ask help, immediately she jumped and then start trying to support as much as possible. She is the area director of 27.
28.
28.
28. You
Area
are 47.
28.
You made it 27.
Thank you.
Oh,
Area Director 28, and she is a club coach, mentor, VP education. She took a lot of roles, and she is trying to do justice for the role, whatever she took. She's none other than Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind. Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mahendran. Today, our first speaker, Annadatta Murli Manogar, he gave his fantastic speech with the speech title Club Officer Training. At the very start, he raised his rhetorical question to the audience and he captivated the entire audience attention. How many of you have attended Club Officers Training? So everyone, we all of us were hooked by his question and we all nodded and we replied. So that is the beautiful way of captivating an audience attention. And he did it amazingly well. And he narrated his journey as a prodigy, how he evolved as a mentor and his beautiful journey. And he persuaded members after becoming a mentor. He persuaded other members to take leadership roles. He also told about the significance of COT, the Club Officer Training, and he explained well. And he also used the word of the day, ecstatic. Today, by being an evaluator of this gentleman, I'm also feeling really ecstatic that it's a privilege for me that I will be improving on my evaluation as well. As he always says, a mentor-mentee relationship is like a two-way growth that we can have. He also mentioned beautiful words like Latin and Greek, peopling, passing the baton, all these beautiful vocabulary he used. I felt he gave a fantastic speech, but to improve on, I can give a few suggestions. First and foremost, he would have used a PowerPoint presentation for explaining the XCOM roles, because while he was explaining about it, he was jumping up and down with the VPM role, VPPR, and again VPE. So he was having some fluctuations while reciting the order. If he would have done it in the PPT, all members, even the guests, can understand what the 7 roles. And also immediate past president he would have included. And the other thing, he would have kept his phone muted. Probably he missed the Sergeant Tom's speech because it was a distraction in between. The phone rang, so that could have been avoided. And he also gave a wonderful message at the end: learn, unlearn, relearn. That could have been much more impact. The message should create some sort of impact, some call for order. And one more thing I would like to add is he would have done some voice modulation as well. He would have said about my mentor, so and so gave this voice modulation. So it would have been much more better. But he gave a wonderful speech and I wish him good luck. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, for insight evaluation for DTM Anandataji's speech. Thank you. So moving further for our next evaluator.
Can I start?
Yes. Just a minute, sorry. So moving for the next evaluator 2, Toastmaster Rija Gopinath is going to evaluate speaker number 2, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra. And the screen is yours.
Yes.
So before you start evaluating, I would like to ask you about your Toastmaster journey.
Yes, I can say awesome. My journey has just begun and I'm enjoying every session in various clubs also. So it's an awesome journey. A beginning has been made. Looking forward to greater.
Thank you. So where are you from, Toastmaster Rija?
Yeah, I am from basically a Malayali, but we are settled in Chennai.
Okay. Which Toastmaster is your mother club?
Sharjah's Toastmasters Club.
Sharjah Toastmasters Club. Thank you, Toastmaster Rija. The screen is yours.
Yes. Good evening to all fellow Toastmasters, guests this evening, and to my speaker, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra. I have a dream. That statement itself brings to memory Martin Luther King Jr. and our own Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. You had a very wonderful opening statement. Let the fire burn. Unleash your dream. That was a great start. There was seamless transition from one story of a dream to another, and a very good introduction of people who cannot fulfill their dreams single-handedly to join your club. I have a dream. It was very well conveyed. Your direct interaction with the audience, asking them to point out, do they have dream? The percentage of their dream kept us all thinking. Your message to come out of the comfort zone and let your passion drive you was a great takeaway. These are the best highlights of your speech today. If you want me to give you a few suggestions to make it greater, where when you yourself listen to the speech, you'll feel yourself in a state of ecstasy, then I told you had a wonderful opening statement. You could have made better use of it. Let the fire burn. You could have said, let the fire burn. Unleash your dreams. You could have brought that excitement in your voice, because that statement was very good. You should have well used it in your speech. Now, and that enthusiasm was something which was lacking. A little bit of enthusiasm in certain areas was lacking. When you talked about the luxury bus, which was a kind of an innovation, you should have had excitement. Your friends are doing something. That excitement of making conveyance easy was the structure, and the thought was good, but the way it was conveyed could have been better with a little bit of excitement in your own voice. That village scenario had a touch of humor in it. You could have had a punch. You could have used it as a punch statement. There was a humor-based story also in it. Yes, it could have been used. And the word of the day, you had a lot of scope to use the word of the day, but it was missed out. To summarize, it was a great speech, very good start, and making motivating everybody to dream. And even if you are not able to fulfill it alone, join others and like-minded people. That phrase was very good. Like-minded people and move ahead was a great takeaway for all of us. With little bit of enthusiasm and excitement and hand gestures, you would have taken this to yet another level. So over to all of you, Toastmaster of the Day, and congratulations to Rakesh Mishra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rija Gopinath, ma'am, for your valuable feedback to the speaker. I have a question again for you related to our work life, the theme of the day. So I have asked a question actually in the beginning to DT Manadata ji. So whenever your family members complains, you don't spend enough time and not even know what I'm doing, like maybe any of the family members might have asked the question. So you may have encountered the same, but what would be the best advice that you can give?
Yeah,
like how to give a full time to the family, in what way?
Actually speaking, I would like to speak in reverse. We give a lot of times, I think mostly Indians, we give a lot of time for others. We try to fulfill their expectations, their dreams, and finally we forget what we are doing. We forget the me hidden in you. My search now is to find that me. I joined the Toastmasters itself. My concentration was full time with my family. Sometimes too much, they are not expecting that from you. You're too much behind them, they are fed up. Too much of attention. So now I get the time, and my husband tells me, are you in Toastmasters? They respect it. And they give me my time, the me time. So it's the reverse. I've taken good care of the family. Now I have to take care of myself and satisfy my soul.
Great. The me within me, I could say. Thank you for that, Toastmaster Rija, for a wonderful insight, and thank you for sharing your personal experience and how to fulfill your dreams and be as you. Thank you for that. So we move further to the next evaluator, who is going to evaluate speaker number 3, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi. She is a Toastmaster for 8 years, member of DGTC, Toastmasters Club, coach of Dubai Tamil Malayalam Club, and a mentor of Elite Girls Club. Enjoys mentoring young adults in communication and leadership skills. Wow. Good to hear that. Toastmaster Priya Nambiar, I would like to call on the stage to evaluate Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi on his speech. Thank you. The screen is yours.
Tell me, I may forget. Teach me, I may remember. Involve me, I will learn. Today, we all have learned a lot about mentoring because the speaker, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, involved us in her mentoring journey through her well-constructed and well-scripted speech. Good evening again to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. And what I really liked in her speech. Your speech was simple, strong, and progressive. Simple because you, in a very simple language, you told us how mentoring has helped you, not only in Toastmasters, but in your life as well. Strong because you showed us how each one of us need a mentor in life. For even the simplest thing, when you are in doubt, you can turn to your mentor. And progressive because you started from your childhood days, how a mentor helped you take the career path, you progress to your family, and now how mentor is very important in your Toastmasters journey. So I really liked how you constructed your speech. The second one is the voice modulation. You had a very strong voice throughout your speech, which was very needed for the kind of speech you were giving, because you were giving us a very strong speech. And third one, the usage and language used. You opened with a beautiful quote about teacher, and then you asked us a question, 3 choices, and you asked which one you want to hear about. We were all left wondered, oh, she's going to ask us and you're going to speak on that. And then you replied by saying you're going to hear about all 3. So that suspense was very good. And throughout the speech, you used beautiful language, beautiful, even the word of the day. Now, to improve your speech, in my opinion, what you could have done better: pauses and pace. The moment the TMOD handed over to you the stage, you started the speech. So you had a very good opening quote, but you started immediately, it could not reach us. So you could have paused a bit and then started your speech. Since it was lot of message in the script, you could have you could have reduced the pace of your presentation. You could have said it a little more slowly, so it will be more understanding for the audience. Second one, the energy and expression. You had a strong voice modulation, but if you had more energy, when my mentor allowed me to grow, my mentor in Toastmaster Shabna, that kind of energy, if you had brought, it would have made it more relatable. The final one, the streamlining of your speech. You had a lot of message in your speech. So if you had either, you could have used a PPT showing point-wise what all good things you liked about mentoring, how we helped you, the do's and don'ts. Second one, the objective says you have to share your experience as a protege. So you could have shared 1 or 2 anecdotes on how, on a specific point, how your mentor, Toastmaster Shabna, helped you. Overall, excellent speech that kept us engaged throughout, through your strong content, voice modulation, and beautiful use of language. Better pause and pace with a better streamlining would have taken all of us in a deep state of ecstasy. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. I hope Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi will be in the state of ecstasy for hearing your detailed evaluation. Thank you for that. And Toastmaster Priya, the question is yours now. So I have asked a question to, I think, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, for you wake unhappy or tensed in a state, why have you ever encountered? She gave a response. Just keep apart the response. I'm just asking a question again. So what would you do to come back to a normal position or come back to a happy start on the day when you feel that you are not happy to work up, or you are not happy, or the another day came, the same routine I'm going to do? How we are going to manage that? How we are going to overcome that situation? So start your day with more happy, with more energetic.
I'm somebody who believes happiness, unhappiness, anger, sad, everything are emotions. There is nothing wrong in being unhappy for a day. So I will give myself that day to be unhappy and be sad. If I want to lie down in the bed, lie down in the bed. If I don't want to get up from my couch, sit there, watch TV, do whatever I want, I'll give me that day to come out of it. And I will tell myself, okay, this day is done. You have grieved enough. Now it is time for you to get up and come back to normal and face all those sadness with positivity. So I'll give myself that day and then face it with positivity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya, for such a deep insight from your side. It really gives a better version of a person who share the opinion. Thank you for that. So moving further to our next evaluator, who is going to evaluate speaker number 4, Toastmaster Arivagan. I know from since 2 years back, when she started to introduce, we asked accidentally to introduce herself during my president speech. She gave an icebreaker speech for the introduction. So from the day on, she still continues the same pace, same energy. Is none other than Toastmaster Reshmi. Toastmaster Reshmi, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, TMOD, Toastmaster Mahendran, for a wonderful introduction. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. And good evening, especially good evening, Toastmaster Ariv. And Toastmaster Ariv, congratulations for completing your project successfully. Toastmaster Ariv, he was in a high ecstasy mode, I must say. He started with a high energy that shopping 3 times. There is no codes, no questions, nothing is required other than this. I think it itself clearly grabbed the attention of the audience perfectly into the topic. And he clearly explained the topic, omnia mania. That topic itself, it is a challenging one. He gave a clear explanation. What is omnia mania in a very simple sentence, that in a perfect structured manner, that it clearly entered into the audience very clearly. Now, how shopping helps us to regenerate once. So that thing, he did a research itself. So that is a perfect one, I must say. And how it brings back one's memory, and also how it brings back one's happiness into the life. It is a well-researched topic, I must say, because he added a lot of biological papers, and he used it in a very structured manner, that all the biological terms in a very point by point, he used it very well, I must say. And he gave the perfect example also how shopping should be carried out in a perfect manner. And it is having a lot of advices for the peoples in a different mode, how to conduct the shopping in the different mode, how to conduct the shopping in a productive thing. Again, with a question, he raised the audience interested also. Also, you perfectly fulfill your objective. That's your objective. The main thing is you have to take the feedback from your previous speech and you have to apply it in this speech. That you have don't have any repeated phrases or any words, filler words, nothing. It is there in your speech, and so you perfectly completed your objective also. And you perfectly end with your usual humor. That is a takeaway, and give the trick and tip how to escape from a high cost shopping. That is a perfect one in your usual humor. Now, coming to the improvement part, we have to make it better, right? In between, you lost your eye contact. This is my personal observation. In the first session, you lost your eye contact, but that actually made me worry. So where you are going? So you can improve on that thing, and you explain everything clearly. your topic itself it is a very challenging one, but you can add your experience, how this omniomania affect you. From your personal experience, you can add it for our understanding better. Other than that, I think your topic itself made the audience aware, and you have a perfect clarity. But you can add vocal variety for your improvement part, and you use the word of the day 2 times. It is very brilliant, and your comfort level, it is excellent. Gestures, that's a good one, and altogether it is a brilliant one. And with the transparency enriched with the content, that is your unique thing, and that is my takeaway, and that is your strength also. And all the very best, Toastmaster Arif, and I wish more and more excellent speeches from you. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reshmi. So further we move on, I would like to ask Toastmaster Reshmi. So I have asked a question like, I asked a question to Toastmaster, to whom I have asked, Toastmaster Swathy. Like, something is wrong, but don't know what it is. So how you overcome that situation? If you feel that something is wrong and you don't know what it is, how you will come out of that situation? What would be the best advice to come out of that situation? Specific task.
There are many times. Thank you for this wonderful question. First of all, there are many times actually we ourselves will be messed up with this question. So something goes wrong. This thing actually from the feedback of others. Main thing from our loved ones, from our near ones only, we will get this feedback. Okay, so definitely we will understand that something goes wrong. So the best way, from my own experience, what we can do is sit silently, and there is nothing that in our nature that time doesn't heal. Time heals everything. It's all just a matter of time. Just give some time. This thing, it will come to us as a storm, or they will take time to heal themselves, and with a compassion itself they will come back. So this is the only thing is we have to give the time, that patience. But many times I don't have that patience. That is my problem. But anyway, I'm practicing that thing. So this is the only advice I have to give for this question. I think this.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reshmi. I know you are very patient. You are no witnessing now at the moment.
I think you are the only one giving this comment to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Reshmi. Timer, can we get a report? Timer's report.
You are muted, timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day and President. And I would like to say the quote, time is flying, but we are the pilots. And I'm sorry to say that we are lagging by 15 minutes. And our first evaluator, Toastmaster Kalpana, took 3 minutes, 12 seconds to evaluate distinguished Toastmaster Anadatta Murali's speech. And our second evaluator, Toastmaster Rija, took 3 minutes, 18 seconds to evaluate Toastmaster Rakesh's speech. And our third evaluator, Toastmaster Priya Nambiar, took 3 minutes, 28 seconds for the evaluation of Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi's speech. And our final evaluator, Toastmaster Reshmi, took 3 minutes and 20 seconds to evaluate Toastmaster Arivalagan's speech. And all are qualified. With your permission, shall I launch the poll?
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you. And in the meantime, you may proceed with the Wordmaster's report. Oh, dear.
Thank you, timer. Wordmaster DTM Nathan sir, could you please give your
The
report?
evaluators will vote.
Yes.
All Toastmasters can vote.
Everybody, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Shall I continue the Wordmaster, Accounter, Grammarian, all of them together, or you only want to
yes,
summarize?
Yes, sir, please.
Everything.
Summarize. Yeah.
Okay, all the roles. Okay, fine. The word of the day was used 12 times. I'm thoroughly impressed. Yes, the word went in line with the theme. Possibly that is one of the reasons why all the members could use it easily. It is also a very familiar word. Toastmaster Mahendran used once, Toastmaster Kalpana used twice, Toastmaster Anadada used once, Toastmaster Rija used once, and Toastmaster Swathy used twice, Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi used once, Toastmaster Reshmi used once, Toastmaster Arivalagan used twice, Toastmaster Kanti used once, And of course, 12 times. So almost everyone used this word. So I'm very happy for that. In fact, I also noted a missed usage. For example, Toastmaster Rakesh, in his speech, he used the word happy multiple times. Possibly, in lieu of that, he could have used ecstasy or ecstatic. The other forms he could have used it. But of course, I know it is very difficult to use it in a prepared speech. But you could have tried being a senior speaker. And now coming to my counter report, today we are, I would say, little awful with respect to filler words and crutches. We used close to 60 times. Okay, let me quickly list down. Toastmaster Mahendran used filler words, as and all 5 times. Toastmaster Kripna used twice, one pass, and she also used and repeatedly. Toastmaster Annadatta used what was the thing is, like that. It was not forming a sentence. So I have noted it down. Toastmaster Rakesh used 7 hours, one so, one repetition, the, like that. Toastmaster Rija used 4 hours. Just give me a moment. Toastmaster Swathy used many hours, spate of hours, I should say, during table topics session, 12 hours. Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi used 3 hours. Toastmaster Reshmi used 5 hours. Toastmaster Ariva used 8 hours, 2 and then he also used the word people as a filler word. He also used so and so. Toastmaster Kanti used 5 hours, 2 so. Toastmaster Kalpana used 2 hours, 1 And most of us also have a habit of extending the last consonant pronunciation. For example, when we say ball, we say ball. So because we are thinking about the next word or sentence, so we extend the last syllable of the word. So we try to avoid, because we are not native speakers. We are all Indians. Most of us are Indians. So mother tongue is not English. So that is the reason we have this habit. We try to overcome this by more practice. Toastmaster J used 4 hours. He used repetitives, two like that. Okay, now let me turn to the counter grammarian report. Give me a moment. Yeah, we had some impeccable usage. For example, Toastmaster Annadatta used unlearn, learn, relearn. Though it's a familiar phrase, but it is a good reminder for us so that we can keep repeating that. Toastmaster Rija used dreams become unfulfilled. Expect more from yourself than from others, like-minded people, and find the me in me. She used, which was good. Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi used spate of good usages. Brutally honest, try to scale up, unhappy, unhealthy. She used that dyad. Toastmaster Reshmi used time heals everything. Toastmaster Arivaldagan used multiple good usages. Prosperity mantra, as you sow, so we reap. Toastmaster J used, we can't a prince be a warrior, which was an interesting thinking. Instinct of being a warrior, circle of concern, circle of influence, take the bull by the horn. In a table topic, using these phrases is really commendable. Okay, now coming to the improvement part. Give me a moment. Toastmaster Mahendran used small things matters. Actually, it is small things matter. In fact, there are quite a few grammatical errors. What I would suggest, Toastmaster Mahendran, possibly the recorded version is available. You can watch that so that you yourself can know what are those areas where you have made grammatical errors. You also said since 2 years back. In fact, when you say since, either you should say specific period. For example, I have been in Toastmasters since 2010, or you can say I have been Toastmaster for 10 years. See, like that you have to use. And most of us used protege. In fact, the correct pronunciation is protege. Protege is the correct pronunciation. You can check in Google. Toastmaster Kalpana used beautiful vocabulary. Could have been powerful vocabulary or impactful vocabulary. She also you could have done voice modulation. Better usage could be, you could have employed or varied your vocal variety. Toastmaster Annadatta used good usage actually. He said started, initiated, both he conveyed the same meaning. Possibly one of them was redundant. Toastmaster Rakesh used which culture they carry. The correct usage could have been which culture they belong to. And he also used good quote, dreams don't come easily, it comes through sweat, effort, and hard work, which I liked it. Give me a moment. Toastmaster Swathy, when you were inviting the table topic speakers, you said the number for you, 3, 4, 5, like that. Instead, the better usage could have been the numbers available for you. Similarly, you mentioned if opportunity arises. Most of us make similar kind of mistakes where we singular and the verb form we misunderstand, we get confused. Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi used how mentoring affected me. The affect word has a negative connotation. Possibly what you could have used, how mentoring influenced me or inspired me, could have been a better usage. You also said teacher has a greater knowledge, which I liked it. Teacher has a greater knowledge, mentor has a greater perspective, which I liked it. Tell me, I may forget. Teach me, I remember. Involve me, I learn. That's a great usage. Toastmaster Reshmi used time heals everything, good usage. And you also started the sentence with in between. I'm not able to remember the exact sentence. Possibly you could have ended that sentence with in between. Arivu use money cannot buy happiness. Normally we say money cannot bring happiness. Elderly people. That was our verb form. Toastmaster Priya used, we were all left wondered. We were all left wondering, could have been, was the right usage. Beautiful. Normally we use beautiful word. Language is beautiful, we can say. Word is powerful or impactful. Streamlining of the speech. Better usage could have been organization of the speech. Yes, there I end my role as a accountant, grammarian, and wordmaster. Over to Toastmaster today.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Nathan sir, for detailed. It's like a general evaluator role that you have took today. Brilliant attempt. I could see a lot of observation, and you put a lot of correction words to us to correct ourselves, and you suggest to use the recordings to just go through back and learn ourselves. Thank you for that, DTM Nathan sir. Thank you. So I'm going to crisp our means like the entire meeting, like few things to just add on, and then I close my session because we are already late for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I think. So how to overcome all those sadness, and that's a main part actually. Though we have discussing what are the things that we are really missing in our life, but how to overcome it, that's most important thing. So when we say, means when the family complains about you're not giving enough time to the family members, we are normally used to say that we are very busy with our work schedule. We are so tight. We are fed up with work, or our work timing is too extended, so I cannot able to spend my time with my family. But if you really think about it, it's very easy that you can end up with one situation like after your working hours, You most of the time you use your gadgets, mobiles, trying to search the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, mails. Try to reduce those times. Definitely you will get a time to spend a time with your family. When we wake up, we feel tired and say, yeah, the next day is coming, so I'm feel tired. Stop. Think about yourself. Keep a time, give a time to your body and as well as your mind. Do some meditation, do some exercise, so gain energy and move further, so that the entire day again you will start with same enthusiasm. Right. So don't feel good about what you ever eat. Means that's the most important thing. So most of the time we do that. We start watching movies or TVs, start eating it. We don't know how much we eat, what taste food it is, and sometimes we forget what we eat. So how you overcome is very simple. Switch off the TVs, live present time, start eating by bite, so that you will be able to understand how you are consuming your food. So that gives more energy, more happiness, so that you can move further to our next routine life. Because if you lose those habits, especially eating habits, you are going to add your weight, and it's going to be obesity, and you are not able to concentrate on what you're going to do. So because keep your mind healthy means keep your body healthy. So keep the entire thing in your life, be happy, try to balance your work and a personal life. That's all from my end. With that, I would thank the entire team who give the opportunity today. I would like to hand over this podium to our president, Toastmaster Arivaran. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, TMOD, for this wonderful session today. And nicely, you have carried over the whole session along with the general evaluator role also. Thank you so much. And you nailed it. And very good topic. And hope all of us enjoyed that session. And can we get some feedback before giving the certificates, or shall we distribute the certificate and then we will have the feedback session? Close it up.
First announce the results, then the feedback.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So let me share the screen. So the best speaker was awarded to Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi. Congrats, Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi.
Thank
And
you.
the best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Rija Gopinath. Congrats, Toastmaster Rija Gopinath.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And the best evaluator role goes to Toastmaster Priya Nambiar. Congratulations and thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya Nambiar. And then thanks for the timer role, Toastmaster Kanti. Thanks for the detailed evaluation, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nadam Subramaniam Sarji. Very grateful for those wonderful insight, and definitely it helps us to improve better. So definitely we will look into that improvements. And then thank you, table topic master, Toastmaster Swathy. Very good selected topics, and really you made each and everyone to think in their feet and then made us to answer. Thank you so much. And then thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mahendran. That's all the presentation. And so how about the session today? Let us end the recording and then we can discuss further. And we have a Toastmaster, our guest joined, Toastmaster Jivita Suresh, maybe at the end. So if you are interested, we can have one more question for you, table topic question. Are you ready? Are you a Toastmaster or guest, madam?
No, I just newly joined in this group.
Okay.
And I don't know what you are all talking, because suddenly I joined in this group. I just came from
Okay.
office and I joined in this group.
That's nice. Good night, Nathan,
And
sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Actually,
please